Yeah, today we are going to discuss about cloud introduction. What is cloud? So why cloud? So why the project teams are migrating their infrastructure to cloud? So what is the cost saving? So we'll discuss. Before going to cloud, before going to cloud, so I want to clear some questions, right? So I collected some questions, general questions and technical questions. First, I want to clear the questions, right? So I got some questions from our batch and also previous batches. I collected some questions. First, I want to clear the questions. Okay, yeah. Technical questions. Everyone, can you mute? If you have any question, you can unmute and you can ask. Okay. So otherwise, you can mute yourself. Recording will be disturbed, right? Yeah. First, we'll discuss about technical questions, right? Yeah. So what are the use of AWS and DevOps at industry level? What are the use of AWS and DevOps at industry level, right? So what are the use of AWS? AWS using anyone having idea? Why the project teams are migrating their infrastructure to AWS cloud? Yeah. So AWS cloud, not only AWS cloud, any cloud. So like Google Cloud, Azure Cloud, Ali Cloud, IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud, so DigitalOcean, Fastly, Heroku, so many clouds are there. Nearly 30 clouds are there. But AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, these three are very popular, right? So what is the use of AWS cloud? What is the use of AWS cloud, right here? Because, for example, in real-time projects, in on-premises data centers. So when you require any server, when we get any production server, when we want to have any hardware like server. So first we need to place the order with vendor, right? So Dell vendor, HP vendor, we need to place with the vendor. Once we place the order with vendor, they deliver the server within 10 days or 1 week. Once they deliver the server, we need to configure the server. We need to install patches, operating system, applications, everything we need to install. So finally, once we test the server, then we move to production environment. So normally physical environment, it takes some time to configure the server to move into production. Production means live, right? Yeah. So if you go with the cloud server, what will happen? It is a on-demand server. Cloud infrastructure is a on-demand infrastructure. What is on-demand? Cloud infrastructure is a on-demand. What is on-demand? Anyone? Anyone have idea? On-demand, real-time guys.
It is basically pay as you go, like as per AWS.
Right. Yeah. So on-demand is nothing but so whenever we require any servers or infrastructure that should be available immediately, right? So I required one server that should be available within 1 minute, which is nothing but on-demand. So in AWS, we can create servers or storage or network within 1 minute. Not only one server, 100 servers, 1,000 servers also we can create within 1 minute with all configurations, all packages, all resources, right? Yeah. So not only AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, every cloud. Within 1 minute, we can create n number of servers with all configurations, with all packages, right? Yeah. So here, what will happen? So when we use on-demand servers in our project, what will happen? Time will be saved, right? For example, I'm working on some project. I'm working on some project. Yeah. So the project team required additional servers, 10 servers. If you want to prepare physical server, it takes some time. We need to place the order with vendor. That takes some time, right? Yeah. So when we are using cloud infrastructure, so within 1 minute we can prepare the servers. By single click, we can create a number of servers in cloud, right? It is very easier. Yeah, very simple way we can create. So while working on AWS, we'll see that practically. We'll see that. Okay. Yeah. So on-demand infrastructure, like nothing but so whenever we require any servers, we can create within 1 minute. Okay. Yeah, so here what will happen? Time will be saved, and also very important thing, which is costing also saved. Cost also will be saved. So client always look for the costing, right? So when you purchase a physical server, along with the server, we need to buy licensing also. Licensing. Before getting the server, we need to procure the licensing. For example, if you install Windows, if you want to have Windows in your laptop, if you want to buy Windows licensing, what the minimum period would be? Minimum period would be 1 year, right? So before getting the operating system, we need to buy the license. Along with that, server side application licensing. For example, if you want to install Java or Git, Jenkins, Kubernetes, or any other tools, if you want to install, right? So Python, whatever you want to install. So all these things we need to get the licensing first, right? Yeah. So licensing cost is very high, right? So in cloud environment, so licensing will be taken care by cloud vendor. We don't need to worry about. So when we go with cloud infrastructure, cloud server, one third cost will be saved. For example, when you go with physical server, for example, $100 we are spending for a physical server. When we go with cloud server, only $25. One third cost will be saved. So here, cloud environment, when we are using cloud environment, so cost will be saved and also time also will be saved. That is why most of the project teams they are migrating to cloud infrastructure, cloud servers, right? So and moreover, cloud servers are also very secured, highly available, high availability, right? So because if you want to connect cloud servers or cloud databases, cloud storage, how can we connect? Through internet only, right? So for example, if I want to connect a cloud infrastructure from my laptop, what I will do first, I connect internet. Through internet we can access our cloud environment, right? Yeah, so through internet we can connect infrastructure. Internet is most vulnerable network, right? Yeah, so that is why AWS, not only AWS, every cloud platform they're trying to give best security, and also they are providing best availability, best security, best availability, right? So, for example, one client they are using cloud servers, right? If the servers are not available, servers are down, data center is down, what will happen? Client business will be down, right? So, client will get, yeah, they will get some escalations, right? So client infrastructure will be impacted, right? So that is why AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, these platforms, they are giving very high availability and high security, right? That is why most of the project teams they are looking for cloud infrastructure, right? So that is that is the use of AWS, right? So next one, DevOps. What is the use of DevOps at industry level? Right? Yeah. What is DevOps? We discussed already. What is DevOps?
It's
It is a
automation
methodology.
process.
We discussed. It is a process, right? Yeah. It is not a tool, right? In DevOps, what we will do? We do automation. We automate the activities. We perform the, for example, if you want to deploy applications, you can automated way you can deploy the applications, right? So if you want to move the code one place to other place, by using DevOps tools, we can move the code. We can perform the activities in automated way, right? Yeah. So yesterday I gave one example, right? So 5 years back, our team size 180 members. Currently, we are 25 members. Why that much of drastic change? Because of DevOps tools, right? So manually, we don't perform any activities. We don't do any manual activities in real-time projects. So if you have DevOps tools, what we will do, for example, if you want to deploy any code, so by using Jenkins or Ansible or other tools, we can deploy the code, right? So in automated way, we can perform the activities. Yesterday, we discussed one example also. Like for example, if you want to install Java, right? So if you want to install manual way, takes some time, 10,000 minutes, right? But if you perform using Ansible, it takes 1 minute or 2 minutes maximum. What will happen? So when we use automation tools, DevOps tools, time will be saved, right? Costing also saved here because as we discussed, so our team size in 5 years back, 180 members, right? So that is the resource costing, right? Employee costing, right? Currently 25 members. So same project we are handling currently. So 5 years back also same project. Currently also same project. So 180 members to 25 members. That is cost saving, right? And time saving, right? So by using automation tools, we can perform very faster. Time saving, right? So here, what are the use of AWS and DevOps at industry level? So main thing, 2 points right here: cost saving, time saving. That is why every project team they are migrating to cloud platform as well as DevOps tools. Any questions, anyone up to here? Apart from this, anyone having any other questions? Currently, so most of the project teams are using DevOps tools, right? They're migrating to automated way, automation tools. Clear, right, everyone? Yeah. Next question. When DevOps process has been started in industry, right? So DevOps process is not new process. It was started in 2005, 2008, right? Not 2005, 2008. In 2005, one tool, which is a Puppet, one tool introduced in 2005. By using Puppet, we used to perform the automation activities. But Puppet is not automation, not 100% automation tool. So 50% of the manual efforts are there in Puppet. So currently we are not using Puppet. So currently we are using Chef and Ansible to automate the activities, right? Yeah. Next question here is, what business sectors DevOps been used? Not only IT industry, everywhere. So automation is the number one choice, right? So pharma industries, chemical industries, medicine, and automobile industries, everywhere automation is the number one choice, because one of my friend is working with pharma company, Ready Labs. They're using Jenkins. Jenkins is the automation tool. One of my friend is working with medical industry, right? So they are using Kubernetes, right? So everywhere automation is the number one choice. Yeah. Who are the teams involved in DevOps process? Yeah. So as a DevOps engineer, we need to coordinate with the developers. Developers will do the development activities. They develop the applications. They develop the code, right? So as a DevOps engineer, we need to coordinate with the developers, testers, build and release engineers, infrastructure engineers, right? So we are in the middle. We have to coordinate with all the teams, right? So we don't do any development as a DevOps engineer. We don't need to do any development activity. We don't need to test any code, right? We don't need to prepare any infrastructure, fine. So as a DevOps engineer, what we will do, we coordinate with the other teams and we perform the automation activities. We do the automation activities, we coordinate with other team members, right? So here developers, testers, build and release engineers will be involved into the DevOps process, fine. Next question here is, what are the tools involved in DevOps? What tools we are going to learn, right? Yeah, so yesterday we discussed what are the tools we used. Let us once again I'll show you the tools. What are the tools involved in DevOps process? What tools we are going to learn? These are the DevOps tools, right? We are going to learn this many tools, right? Yeah, Git, GitHub, Jenkins, Maven, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Nexus Artifact tool, Sonar Code Review tool, Apache Tomcat, right? So these are the tools we are going to learn. So here, yeah, every tool will go deep dive. Not only installation configuration, every tool will go deep dive. Git will take 5 days, right? Jenkins will take 7 days. Maven and Nexus, Apache also will go deep dive. So Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform. These are very core tools, advanced tools. We are going to learn this many tools, but we don't use all the tools in real-time projects, right? We don't use. So either one or two tools only in real-time projects, okay? So Git and Jenkins, or else Kubernetes, Docker, right? Like that, one or two tools only we use in the real-time projects. All the tools we don't use, right? So in our project, in my previous project, we used to use Git and Jenkins only. So current project, yeah, so I worked on multiple projects actually since long. Okay, so I worked on all the tools. So current project we are using Kubernetes Docker. Okay, Kubernetes Docker. So Terraform and Ansible also my previous project I worked on, right? Yeah. So currently Kubernetes is very hot, right? So if you are good in Kubernetes, only Kubernetes, you can easily crack your entry. So Kubernetes, even package is also very good here, right? So yesterday I gave you example. One of my ex-colleague moved to HSBC recently. He got 40 lakhs package, right? Yeah. So my younger brother he recently moved to TCS. He's having 3 years experience, right? He got 15 lakhs package. Fine. So packages are very good. So even freshers also getting 4.5 to 6 lakhs package. Fine. Yeah. So we are going to learn this many tools. Why we are going to learn this many tools? Because we can work with any tools. We can move any project. We can handle any activities, right? So yeah, one of my friend is working with Wipro. They are using only Ansible. In my previous organization, they are using Terraform only. Okay. So like that. So one or two tools only. So if you are good in all the tools, you can crack any type of interview, any interview. You can work with any project, any requirements you can take, right? Yeah. So along with these tools, we are going to learn Python scripting, right? Python scripting basics only, right? Because currently Python scripting not using in most of the projects. Slowly they started using. That is why maybe going forward they definitely most of the project they use. That is why Python scripting also we are going to learn, right? Along with this we are going to learn three real-time projects, live projects, live CI/CD project with AWS, Git, Jenkins, Maven, Tomcat, right? This is very important project, right? So every project team they are using CI/CD. CI/CD we discussed yesterday, right? So continuous integration, continuous delivery, right? So every project team they are building CI/CD because parallel development, Agile methodology. What is Agile? Yesterday we discussed. What is Agile? Agile is nothing but it is a parallel development. In Agile, we create sprints. What is sprint? Sprint is nothing but timeline, right? So every project team they are using CI/CD. So that is why first project CI/CD project with AWS, Git, Jenkins, Maven, Tomcat. Second project, live project with Google Cloud Platform, GCP, Kubernetes, Jenkins. Third project, GCP, Terraform, or migration project. Okay, these three are very core projects, important projects. In real-time projects, how we build, same way in our test lab also we can build this. You will get a very hands-on. Fine. So any questions, anyone? Yeah, go ahead, please. Okay, so ఏ టూల్స్ యూస్ చేస్తా అన్ని టూల్స్ యూస్ చేస్తామండి. Yeah, అన్ని tools, yes. So in this content, whatever tools are there, we discuss all the tools. But in real-time projects, we don't use all the tools. Okay, so if you learn all these tools, you can fit for any project. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone? Online this.
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Sorry, can you come again?
I'm saying, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, after having hands-on in these live projects, we can present ourselves as an experienced one in interview.
Yeah, if you have any gap, you can present as an experienced person. You can fill your gap with experience, and you can showcase your experience. So
So,
once complete our course, at least you can showcase 3 years experience. That level of training will be provided here.
okay. So how long I can show like I have this much of experience as a DevOps after completing the course?
Minimum 3 years you can showcase.
Okay, I mean 3 to
Minimum
4
3
years
years.
I can easily say after having hands-on on these technologies.
Yes. That level of training will be provided.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yes, certifications. Yeah, basically certifications not mandatory. So if you have any certification like cloud platform, at least AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, right? That would be added advantage. right? So not mandatory. In our project, we are 25 engineers. So very few members are having certification, right? Certification is not mandatory. Once you move to project also, you can do the certification. But what is the advantage, right? For example, you four guys shortlisted, right? Only two positions are there. Two positions are there. Four guys shortlisted. By the time they will check additional qualifications. If anyone having additional certifications, additional things, they can consider. That is only the advantage, added advantage, right? Yeah, fine.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. After completion of this course, what kind of
Hmm.
openings we can apply only for DevOps or any other openings we can apply?
DevOps, yeah, you can apply for any DevOps role, and even cloud roles also you can apply. So cloud roles are very less positions are there. DevOps with cloud, so many positions are there. Plenty of openings are there. I'll show you that. I'll show you in this session.
Okay.
You can apply for cloud as well as DevOps. So yeah, currently market is very good. Okay, so plenty of openings are there. We'll see that. We'll discuss that.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Next question here is, what are the certifications available in DevOps? Right? Yeah, as we discussed, certifications are not mandatory. So if you want to write any cloud certification, that would be added advantage. Okay, either AWS or Azure or Google Cloud. Only one certification is enough. So if you want to write DevOps certifications, if you are interested to write, so Kubernetes you can write. Kubernetes, Jenkins, Docker. That is not mandatory. Okay. Yeah. Next question here is, okay, same question repeated. What certification we have to do as a DevOps engineer, right? Either Kubernetes or Docker or Ansible or Jenkins, right? Next question here is, so as a student, what should be my expectation while learning DevOps? Yes, this is very, very important, right? Yeah, fine. So here, as a student, you will get all the recording sessions, right? You will get all the recording sessions, daily recording sessions, right? Once you complete the course, right? So you will get very good hands-on, right? So until you get the job, we'll give you support, right? So even if you miss any sessions, right, you can follow the recording session, right? Technical support I provide you, right? I prepare your resume, right? Yeah. So once you complete the course, at least 3 years experience you can gain. 3 years experience. You can showcase in your resume at least 3 years experience. That level of training will be provided. Okay. So once complete our course, 3 months course, at least 3 years experience you can showcase. If you are an experienced person, if you are a fresher, you will have very good knowledge. You can showcase very good knowledge. Experienced guy, freshers cannot showcase experience, right? Freshers they can tell like only fresher, but knowledge you can gain, knowledge you can showcase. I learned this course, I have this hands on, I completed this POC, like that you can explain how to present yourself. I'll explain that how to present your skills, and how to crack the interview, how we need to talk with the interviewer, right? So how can we handle, so I'll guide you that. Fine. So these are the technical questions which I prepared. I got from different students from different batches.
So we can go internally for AWS.
Yes, yes. Internally you can move. Yes, internally you can move. So externally also, so many openings are there currently. Yeah. So general questions. These are also very important. So I collected general questions. Yeah, first question here is, who is eligible to learn AWS and DevOps, right? Who is eligible? So freshers are learning AWS and DevOps, and experienced guys learning AWS and DevOps. Even non-IT guys also learning AWS and DevOps. They are switching their current role to DevOps role, right? So in my previous batches, yeah, so many resources like one of the guy, civil engineer is having 18 years experience, right? Civil field, construction field. So in my previous batch, he learned DevOps and cloud. Recently, he joined in one of the MNC company, right, with very good package. He settled in the project, right? And also one of the mechanical engineer, right, in my 64 batch, I think 64 batch, he joined in Vachusa, Vachusa or yeah, Vachusa, I think, yeah. So mechanical engineer, right? And the diploma graduates become graduates, accounts department, accounts, right? So one of the become graduate joined in Verizon Data Services recently. Verizon is one of the product based company, MNC company, right? Yeah. And diploma graduates, diploma polytechnic guys, right? So anyone can learn, right? So anyone, non-IT guys, freshers, right, and experienced guys, they are switching their current role to DevOps and cloud role, because so currently we are using cloud infrastructure and automation tools, right? So very highly, yeah, these tools are very demanding tools currently. So most of the project teams, they are migrating to automated way, right? Automation tools. So even not only IT, so every industry they are they are moving to automation. Fine. Yeah. So anyone can learn. Anyone can learn, right? So freshers, non-IT guys, and experienced guys, anyone can switch their current role to DevOps role. Next question here is, what is education background required to learn AWS and DevOps? Any education only, not only MTech, not only BTech, not only MC. Any education background. In our project, become graduates are there. One guy become graduate is there, and one person non-IT, non like chemical engineer, chemical person, chemical engineer, and B Pharmacy, right? Yeah. So any education background required. If you are good in technical skills, if you have technical skills, technically, if you are good, definitely can easily crack your interview. You can cope up, right? What are the prerequisites to start learning AWS and DevOps? There is no prerequisites, right? So we require Linux commands that also will be covered in our sessions, right? So Linux also we have sessions, right? We have Linux modules also. We required 40 to 50 commands, right? Yeah. So Linux also will be covered. So DevOps we required Linux commands, okay? That will be covered in our sessions. Fine. Next one, what are the job opportunities? Yeah, what are the job opportunities in today's market? Right? Yeah. So let us try to understand here. Job market, right? Just open naukri.com. Here you can search DevOps. See here. Currently, holiday season is going, right? In the US holidays, Thanksgiving completed recently, right? Yeah. So here 39,828 jobs are there. Actually, this count is nearly 90,000, 1 lakh, because currently holidays time, Thanksgiving time, and New Year time, right? So that is why 39,828 jobs are there. So normally, yeah, after 15 days, after 1 month, this would be nearly 1 lakh. After Pongal, you can see this, right? Yeah. So here, DevOps near, so here one day go, one day go, one day go, one day go, right? So if you want to check fresher openings, these are all positions, right? This experienced guys and freshers, so all are mixed here, right? So if you want to check freshers, just this is any experience, right? Just zero it, change to zero. So currently 86 only. Actually, this is a 5,000 minimum discount, minimum 5,000 to 10,000. So currently less openings are there because of holidays, festival, right? That is why. So you can check this month end. You will see plenty of openings. This is only the Naukri, right? If you go with LinkedIn or Monster, Time Jobs, you will see so many openings. Okay. So currently job market is very good. So yeah, 0 to 4 years, 0 to 4 years, 0 to 1 year, 0 to 8 years. These are all 1 day ago, 2 days ago, right? Yeah. So currently job market is good. Even package is also whatever you ask, they are ready to give, but you need to showcase your skill set. Fine. Yeah. So these are the jobs available. Fine. Next one. Next question here is what should be, yeah, should I have to be a certified in AWS and DevOps to be eligible for job position? So not mandatory. Certification is not mandatory, right? Yeah, certification is not mandatory. So if you want to write certification, you can write for like only AWS or Azure, Google Cloud, at least one cloud platform required. So if you want to clear any certification, either AWS or Google Cloud or Azure, I'll guide you how to clear. So if you have a certification, it would be added advantage. That is not mandatory. Okay. Yeah. So at least one cloud platform, you can write the certification if you want to write. So DevOps certification not required. Okay. Yeah. So can I get help in resume preparation and clearing certification exam? Yes, definitely. I prepare your resume and also I give you support for clearing the exam. So if you want to write your own, I provide you all the questions, dumps, right? So if you need any support, definitely we give you support to clear the exam. Fine. Next one, what is the duration of this course? So this course duration is 3 months, right? So daily 1 hour, Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. IST. Yeah, this is 3 months duration, right? Yeah. So first 15 minutes, 20 minutes theory part will be there. After that, we can connect a cloud console and we'll work on practical sessions, right? Yeah. So in my console, I explain the tools, we see the practical sessions. In your console, you need to practice, right? So in AWS, we create one AWS account, 1 year free account. So in that only we build the infrastructure, right? We no need to install in our local laptop. In our laptop, no need to install any packages, no need to install any tools. We don't require any licensing part here. Okay. So we required internet and laptop. That's it. We can connect to cloud. We can work on cloud only, right? Yeah. Next question. So, what if I miss any class due to some emergency? You will get recording, right? You can go through the recording and you can practice. So, every batch will have one WhatsApp group, right? So, I already shown you that WhatsApp groups, right? So, every batch, yeah, I'll show you that something here. See here, our batch is 68 batch. Our batch is 68 batch. Yeah, currently 67, 66 going on. 66 batch, 8:30 a.m. batch, 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. 67 batch, 11 a.m. batch, right? Our batch is 68 batch, right? So every batch will have one WhatsApp group. In that group, while practicing, if you have any questions, you can take the screenshot and you can post like this. While practicing, if you have any questions, just take the screenshot and post into the group like this. Here while practicing. errors. So documents, recording links, everything will be shared in the group, right? So first 10 days we share in the group the recording sessions. After that, we'll share through email. Okay, email group also will be created. So see here documentation. While practicing, if you have any questions, you can take the screenshot and you can post like this. I give you solution. Fine. Next question here is, are we going to build any project from scratch? Yes. So from scratch, we can build the projects, three live projects we can build. Okay. One is CSCD, second one is Kubernetes project, third one is migration project. Okay. So these projects are very, very important in real-time projects. How we build the same way in our test lab also, we can build the projects, right? Yeah. So in real-time projects, whatever activities we are working, right? So the same activities you can perform in our test lab also, right? So once you complete your course, right? So you will get 3 years of real-time hands-on experience, right? So in real time and our test lab, there is no change, right? So tools, whatever tools we use in real time projects, whatever dashboards we use, same dashboards we use in our test lab also, right? Yeah. And while working on any tool, what are the challenges, day-to-day challenges, right? What are the issues we face, right? What are the FAQs? Everything will be covered in our sessions, right? Yeah. So while working on Git, so in Git, what are the challenges we face in real-time projects, real-time scenarios, right? So everything will be covered, right? So topic-wise, documents will be provided. All the soft copy will be provided. One hard copy also will be provided. One hard copy will provide you, right? So from this batch onwards, we prepare one hard copy also, one book. Okay. So topic wise, everything will be available in that. Fine. Yeah. So whatever projects we are discussing in our whatever projects we discuss, right? So those are very very important projects, right? Yeah. In real time projects, if you are good in these projects, so whenever you are working on CI/CD, you will not confuse anything in real time projects. So CI/CD is most important, right? In Agile methodology, CI/CD we use. Yeah. Someone trying to ask some question. Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, hi, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, so
Go ahead. Go
what
ahead.
about any monitoring tools, Nagios, Prometheus, Grafana? Are we gonna cover this one
Hmm.
as well? Because for Kubernetes and all, like,
Hmm. Yeah. So two monitoring tools will be covered in our AWS services. Two monitoring tools like CloudWatch, CloudTrail. CloudWatch is the monitoring tool which will monitor our infrastructure. CloudTrail also monitoring tool which monitor our AWS console. So two different monitoring tools will be covered in AWS. So Nagios, Grafana, those are different tools, right? Nagios is for Linux. In our cloud platform, CloudWatch, CloudTrail, these are the monitoring tools. In Google Cloud, Stackdriver, one more monitoring tool will be covered. Okay, in Azure also one more monitoring will be covered, right? So we are going to learn three platforms right here. Here we are going to learn three cloud platforms, right? Yesterday we discussed.
yeah. I say you were supposed to provide the details for the AWS services which would be covered. You were saying I'll share the PDF where which AWS service would be covered in the course.
Definitely, I provide you course content. Okay, I provide.
Okay.
So here three cloud platforms will be covered: AWS and Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud Platform. Why we require three platforms? One platform is enough, right? Why we need to learn three platforms? Because currently most of the project team, they are using at least two cloud platforms, right? So if you are good in at least two platforms, you can easily handle the activities in real-time projects, right? Yeah, if you have any activities on different platforms. So if you are good in only AWS, you can handle other plat. So AWS, Google Cloud, Azure, three platforms are same. All the platforms are same, but terminology will be different. But at least we need to learn two platforms so that you can easily crack your entry, right? So all the cloud platforms are same. Terminology will be different. If you are good in driving, you can drive any car, right? Same way, if you are good in AWS, you can work on any cloud platform. Yeah. Any other questions, anyone?
Hello,
Yeah. Go
hello,
ahead, please. Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
sir. This is Ravi, sir. I am non-IT candidate, sir. Is it
Hmm.
possible to quit job, sir? I am non-IT
Can you
and
can
experienced
you
candidate, having 15 years experience, sir.
right? Right. Okay. You are having years experience. You are from
Yes,
non-IT
sir.
background. Okay. You are
Yes,
asking,
sir.
can I cope up or not? You're asking, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah. So from day one, you need to start practicing, right? So daily, at least 1.5 hour to 2 hours, you need to practice. Definitely, you can
Sir.
cope up in the project. You can easily crack your interview. You can easily cope up. Yeah, every batch, minimum 30 members will be there. Every batch, minimum 30 to 40 members, right? In 30 members, 15 members, non-IT guys, freshers, right? So non-IT guys also cracking the interviews very easily. Freshers, non-IT guys also cracking the interviews. They are getting very good offers with very good packages. So as I gave example, one of my previous batch student, right, he cracked the interview in one of the MNC company. He's having 18 years experience, non-IT experience, civil engineer, right, with very good package, 30 lakhs package. Okay, yeah. So
But
yeah,
how
from day
I
one you
can
need
show
to
the previous
sorry,
experience? How I
go
can
ahead.
show, sir? In I have 15 years
Yeah,
experience in core side. How I can prepare in resume, sir?
good question.
Previous
Okay.
IT.
I understand your question. You have 15 years experience. How can I showcase DevOps experience? Is
Sir.
asking. That is your question, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Last 3 years, you need to showcase DevOps experience. Last 3 years only. Before that, you can showcase your previous experience. How to showcase that? How to
Oh,
prepare your resume? Okay. I'll prepare your resume. So last 3 years, you need to showcase DevOps experience. I'll guide you how to showcase. So easily you can crack your interview. Easily you can switch to project and you can handle the activity. You can easily cope
okay.
up. I'll guide you that. We'll discuss.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay, sir. Thank
Any other questions, anyone? Yeah. So next question here is, are you going to provide any soft copy of the material? Yes, every topic I provide you soft copy, every concept, right? From cloud, AWS onwards, okay? AWS services. So we are going to learn 18 services nearly, 18 services. Every service I provide you soft copy. So you need to download and you need to keep in your system, laptop. You can go through that. I provide you one hard copy also. If you are attending online, we'll courier, right? If you're attending from Mumbai or Pune or Bangalore, we'll provide you, we'll send you, right? How should I
Sir,
work
hello.
on my practical end? Yeah, go ahead, please. Yes.
Sir, I'm from non-IT background, so most of the terms are like new to me. So from the basics, are you going to provide I mean,
Understand your question. Okay, you are from non-IT background. This terminology is a little different. You are you are not understanding currently, right? Yes. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. So our course will start from scratch. Our course will start from scratch, right? What is server? What is network? What is switch? What is router? What is IP address? What is subnet mask? What is gateway? This terminology will be covered. Everything will be covered, right? We don't directly go to cloud. We don't directly go to DevOps. First, we'll cover basics. Once you understand the basics, then slowly we'll enter into cloud, right? Yeah. So Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, 3 days basics will be there, right? So once complete the basics, slowly we'll enter into cloud, right? So non-IT guys, freshers, this is very important, right? Experienced guys, they will have some knowledge, right? But non-IT guys, freshers, yeah. Once we complete the basics, you can understand all the terminologies. Slowly we'll enter into cloud and how to log in into cloud platform, how to create infrastructure, how can we use the cloud services. Slowly we'll enter. We'll discuss. Don't worry. Okay. So first we'll cover the basics. So tomorrow we'll work on cloud introduction. What is cloud? Why the project teams are looking for cloud? What are the advantages of cloud? We discuss tomorrow. So after that, Monday onwards, basics will be covered. Servers, networks, switches, gateways, IP addresses. Slowly we'll go through. Fine. Yeah. So non-IT is also cracking the interviews because of this this format. We are covering basics first. So non-IT guys, they don't know, right? What is server? What is network? What is applications? What is environments? Even freshers also, right? That is why slowly we are moving. Any other questions? Anyone?
Hello, sir. I'm audible.
Yes. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
actually, I'm 2017 passed out. Now I'm currently working as an IT recruiter. In DevOps, can I move as a fresher? It is possible?
17 pass out, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 17 pass outs normally you cannot move as a fresher. You cannot join as a fresher because so 2020 onwards they are looking for freshers. Companies project is looking for freshers, right? 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So yeah, you need to showcase some experience. You need to put in your resume. I'll guide you that. Okay, in the sessions I'll guide you. I'll tell you. I explain you. You need to showcase some experience in your resume.
Okay, sir.
That is better way to try the yeah, easily can crack your interview. Don't worry. I'll guide you how to showcase some experience and how to present your skills. I explain.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? Anyone? Next question here is, yeah, how should I work on my practical and business requirements? Yeah, as we discussed, we create one AWS account, free tier account, which is 1 year free, right? In that we can work, we can practice. You can practice in that. So everyone will have one AWS account, free account, right? How to create account, how to log in into the AWS account, how to use the AWS resources, right? How can we work on that? We'll go deep dive, right? So once we start the AWS, right? Maybe once complete the basic sessions, slowly we'll enter into cloud. So by that time, I explain how to create AWS account, 1 year free account, how to connect AWS account, how to use the resources, right? Free, no need to pay anything for AWS. So everything will be free. Okay. How to use that? So we'll see that. Okay, slowly we are entering to cloud. Next question here is, what kind of support I get after the training completes? Right? Yeah. So once the training complete, until you get job, I give you support. Right? Whatever technical issues, whatever technical questions you have, you can reach out to me anytime. Right? So in WhatsApp group, whatever group we created, in that you can post. Right? I give you solution. If you want to send directly to me, you can send the screenshots while practicing. Or if you are classroom, if you are coming to classroom, you can sit here and you can practice. Third floor, we have practice room. Complete third floor practice room, right? You can sit there and you can practice. We provide you internet connectivity. You need to bring your laptop. Fine. So until you get job, I give you support. Even though once you get into the project, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. My students, my one of the student is named Ravi Kishore. He's in Australia. Is joined in 15th batch. My 15th batch, 2.5 years back, 2 years back, right? So currently, so while working on any Jenkins, any issues happening, he will reach out to me. He reached out to me. He called me so many times. Weekend times, he pinged weekends, right? So any issues happen. So this is the issue. Any solution? Can you provide any solution? So definitely, right? So once you get into the project, also, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I cannot give you job support, but I can give you technical support, right? Next question here is, what are the current salary packages in market? Yes, this is very important, right? So most of the students asking this question, right? Yeah. So current salary packages, right? So normally, normal developers, testers, admins salary packages 1:1.5, 1:1.5 on an average salary. 1:1.5 means, for example, the person is having 3 years experience, he will get 4.5 lakh. That is on an average salary I'm saying, right? So developers, testers, and admins. But once you learn DevOps, once you switch into DevOps role, you will get 1:2.5. 1:2.5, right? So if the person is having 3 years experience, how much salary you will get? 7.5 lakh, right? Nearly like that. So my younger brother, as I explained, as we discussed, my younger brother recently cracked the entry in TCS. He learned DevOps. Actually, he's admin. He's having admin background. He joined in Capgemini for 3 years. He worked with Capgemini. So recently cracked the interview with TCS. He got 15 lakhs package. He's having 3 years experience. So currently packages are very good in DevOps, right? Whatever you ask, they are ready to give, but you need to showcase your skill set. Okay. Yeah. So currently market is very good, right? So this is the right time to grab. Fine. So whatever skills you learn, that you need to showcase. So definitely whatever you ask, they are ready to give. The packages are very good currently. Fine. So these are the general questions which I collected from different batches and different students. Fine. So any other questions apart from this? Anyone having any other questions?